What is going on, guys? It is Sean from Double Clutch HD, and I'm coming at you with episode number 13 of the Orioles franchise, and we're going to be wrapping the season up here. We have Kevin Gausman on the mound and Mark Burley. We're going to simulate, and we're going to actually lose the last game, but we win the division, so we're going to take a look at some awards and some last final season wrap-up kind of stuff. Let's take a look at the standings, and the Blue Jays and Rays are actually going to win the wild card. So both coming from the East, and the Blue Jays missing out on the division by one game. We could have had a one-game playoff, but he just kind of fell out of contention at the end. So we're going to take a look at the awards here. Chris Davis is going to win MVP in the American League, batting .288, 49 homers, and 115 RBI. And Paul Goldschmidt is going to win in the National League, batting .308, 33 homers, and 100 RBI. So, this for Cy Young, David Price is going to win, and Brandon Beachy is going to win National League. Batting title, Colby Rasmus and Matt Kemp. So, a few surprising names right here. Frodney is going to win Delivery Man of the Year, edging out Craig Kimbrell, despite the higher ERA. Alex Guerrero is going to win Rookie of the Year in the National League, and in the American League is going to be Josmil Pinto with 17 homers and 68 RBI, and Mike Trout's going to win the Hank Aaron Award, edging out Chris Davis and Joey Bats, and Jay Hay is going to win in the National League. AJ Griffin is your Gold Glove pitcher, and Patrick Corbin is going to be in your National League. John Hester at catcher in the American League, and AJ Ellis right behind him. And in the National League, it's going to be Devin Mesoraco. So, let's head to Gold Glove first baseman. Chris Davis is going to win Gold Glove as well to accompany his MVP. Freddie Freeman in the National League. Dustin Pedroia, Brandon Phillips. Manny Machado is going to win one in the hot corner, his second in a row. And Ryan Zimmerman is going to win the National League. John McDonald and Andrelton Simmons. No surprises there. Michael Brantley and Kyle Parker. Austin Jackson edging out Adam Jones, and Nick Markakis is going to win in right field, and Nate Shearholtz is going to win in the National League. Jason Castro and Buster Posey for Silver Slugger. Chris Davis is going to win, and the two MVPs are actually going to win Silver Slugger. Robbie Cano and Neil Walker, Carlos Santana and Matt Carpenter, Alcides Escobar and Hanley Ramirez, Mike Trout at 3 years in a row, Matt Kemp, Matt Joyce, Jay Hay, and Colby Rasmus. So Yasiel Puig is going to win as well, and those are your MVP and all those awards. So let's take a look at the league leaders here. Colby Rasmus leading in average. Chris Davis is number 14 on that list, so no real threat to be in the Triple Crown. He was fourth actually in hits. At bats, Adam Jones and Nick Markakis come in first. Mike Trout with the most doubles. Nick Markakis coming in 11th. And home runs, Chris Davis is going to lead that. Adam Jones tied for 10th. Chris Davis is second in RBI to Mark Teixeira. And Chris Davis is 5th in runs. Adam Jones in 9th. Stolen bases, D. Gordon actually finished in 4th despite having a poor year batting. Base on balls, we don't have anyone there, I don't believe. And so we're just going to skip that. And Chris Davis is going to lead the league in slugging percentage ahead of Mike Trout. OPS, still Mike Trout is going to beat Chris Davis, who comes in second. David Price is first in wins. Chris Archer and Ubaldo are going to tie with 16 wins on the year. Chris Archer had 5 losses on the year, so he's tied for first. Saves, Tommy Hunter comes in 5th, having a cold year at the end. Ryu is going to be 12th in ERA. Home runs allowed, we didn't really make any of those lists. Shutouts, Ryu with 4, Ubaldo with 3. Strikeouts, Ubaldo came in 11th, Chris Archer 12th. And complete games, Chris Archer, Ubaldo, and Ryu had 5 each. Chris Archer with 221 innings pitched. Phil Hughes with 53 walks allowed. Chris Archer coming in 5th in that. And pretty much we're done with that. So we still have a lot to get to here. Just looking at the ups and downs of our team towards the end. Not really too important, I just wanted to show you guys. All-Star voting, we don't need to see that. So let's head over to the roster, I guess. No, we're not. We're gonna head over to the lineups here. Alright, so, or maybe no, we're gonna go back to roster. I didn't edit any of this. We're gonna try to add some people to the playoff roster, but that's what I was trying to do right here. Will Nieves, I wanted to get out of there because I had faith in Hank Conger, but I guess I can't do that. I guess it was a little too late. I probably should have said that before. Hank had a pretty good year this year, and we have Casey Kochman off the bench anyway, so AJ Ellis would have started most of the game, so I don't need 3 catchers on the playoff roster. With JJ Hardy out for 2 to 3 weeks, he'll probably be gone for the first series, and Chris Tillman's probably going to be out for the rest of the year unless we get really lucky and head to the World Series. He might be there for 1 or 2 games. I would have liked a speedy guy like Jonathan Scope to come up for us and maybe pinch run or do something like that, but it's alright. I think our team is strong enough to compete this year. David Lowe would have been nice. Good contact ratings from both sides of the plate, so he would have been a nice pinch runner or pinch hitter. But I mean, it's whatever. JB Shuck is better at both hitting lefties and righties. So let's head to the. I don't know what I'm doing right here. We're gonna head over to the roster again. And we're expecting JJ Hardy to be back probably by the ALCS, probably by like second to third game. Until then, we're gonna have Steve Lombardozzi starting, which isn't bad. He has good contact, but JJ Hardy, he is kind of not really a facilitator on the mound, but he's more of a he's a guy you like having at shortstop, even if he's struggling. Because he has a good glove, and he fields his position well, and he's just a catalyst in the lineup, I guess. The real catalyst would probably be like a Chris Davis or a Nelson Cruz, possibly a Nick Markakis kind of guy. But JJ Hardy is nice to have because he is a very good player, and he has some pop to his bat. He gives you like an X Factor kind of approach. He can hit both sides of the plate, not from both sides of the plate. He can hit both lefties and righties pretty well, and I just like to have one of those guys on the roster. But anyway, we'll have him back for the ALCS. I'm just rambling right here because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I want to get to the season stats, the end of season stats, but until then, we're going to talk a little about our team as a whole, and I think our team is really strong. We have a lot of great players. We have a lot of pop in the middle of the order, and we have guys who can get on base, steal bases in the top and back end of the order. I think what really makes our team strong is that we have JB Shuck in the back in the 9 or 8 hole. That usually gives us a base runner to work with, and then the top of the order comes up, and they usually have a guy on base, that a pretty speedy guy on base that helps us do what we can. So yeah, I'm just trying to add people to the playoff roster. It doesn't end up working out. But I think our bullpen is first in the league, so it's an extremely our bullpen is one of our strong points, and I'm very happy for that. And I think we're gonna head over to the end of season stats, hopefully, right here. Come on! Oh my god, what am I doing? But yeah, bullpen is extremely strong. Our lineup is pretty strong as well, and we had a lot of great pieces to our roster. No one really struggled this year except for Nelson Cruz, who didn't pan out like I wanted him to. I was going to trade him at the beginning of the year, but I ended up not doing it. I think I'm just fixing the lineups right here. But D. Gordon is our prototypical our first hitter. I'm extremely happy that we traded for him, pretty much for nothing actually. And JB Shuck is probably going to start for us. So Lombardozzi is good contact from both sides, so it'll be okay. Rotation wise, We're probably going to roll with a 4-man rotation, unless we want to start Bud Norris, which I don't really want to do. And they all had pretty good years this year, and I really have faith in my rotation to do extremely well. Ubaldo had a breakout year. Ryu had a good ERA-wise, a pretty good year. But other than that, the record doesn't show much for it, but the ERA was there, so he's probably going to be a strong playoff starter. And Archer had an ace-like season. I'm probably going to look for a very your prototypical top-of-the-rotation guy in the offseason, but I think Archer's been doing great, and Miguel Gonzalez just been locking it down for us. I'm really happy to have him. We're going to move Phil Hughes to the long reliever role. And that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are excited for the playoffs. I know I am. And I'll catch you later. I'll catch you at the playoffs. All right, guys. Have a great day.